everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome to Aircraft Survival, or Aircraft Carrier Survival, sorry. So, this game I got it probably about a week or so ago, and then apparently they did an update to it, and it wouldn't load. So the time I got it, I couldn't even play it because it was messed up. Wouldn't even load. And I looked at other things, looking at other people, what they were saying about it, and they were saying that they had trouble loading it also ever since they patched it. So I had to wait until they released another patch, and now I'm able to load it. So we're going to do a new game. I don't know. It looks like just the tutorial is available in the demo. So let's go to the tutorial here. Carrier maneuvers and officer orders. Okay. I love some of the old World War II planes. This takes place back in like World War II area. The Corsairs are my favorite plane.
Good day, Admiral. I'm here to run you through the basics of the interface you will be using to control the carrier. Let's begin with controlling the camera. Use the mouse wheel to zoom in and out. To rotate the view around the carrier, move the mouse while holding the right mouse button or use the WASD key. Perfect. Next, I'll cover moving the vessel. We begin by setting a waypoint. Please click the tactical map icon.
Alright.
This is the tactical map menu. You can see our carrier's current position, represented by the highlighted marker. To direct our course, you must begin by clicking this marker. Next, click your intended destination on the map. Vantage Point 1, our current goal, is highlighted here. Perfect. Our course is set. Click the exit button to close the tactical map menu. To get moving, we must now start the engines. Click the carrier speed icon, then click the desired speed to begin moving our fleet. Please select slow. Higher speeds are unavailable for now. We're moving. For the time being, we must wait for our strike group to reach its destination. You can control the speed of the ongoing action using the speed controls in the bottom right corner of the screen. Excellent. We have reached our first destination. Traveling the seas depletes our resources. When we are out of supplies, the carrier can still continue moving, but we cannot deploy any aircraft. We will discuss the finer points of variables relating to supply use later. To resupply the carrier, you must give the order. To get started, open the order menu by clicking the icon below. Next, please click the resupply ship icon to begin preparing the order.
Okay.
You must now assign officers to the order. Officers' expertise in one of two fields, Navy or Air, is measured by numerical scores shown beside their portraits. To execute an order, the assigned officer's collective scores must meet the requirements shown on that order's icon. Of course, you have expertise in both fields, Admiral. Click your portrait to assign yourself to the resupply ship order.
Okay, so then these numbers here have to match, or at least it'd be the same or higher than these ones here. Okay.
You can now confirm the order by clicking the highlighted icon. Now we must wait for the resupply procedure to reach completion. Let me remind you, Admiral, that you can use the time speed controls to speed up the action while we wait.
Okay.
Excellent. Perhaps we should increase our speed for the journey toward our next destination. To do so, we will need more crew assigned to our navigation department. Click the crew management icon to begin. In this menu, you can manage onboard personnel assigned to each department. Drag and drop 2 additional crew units to the navigation department. The walking animation indicates that they are still in the process of taking their position. You can also increase the speed of this action using the time speed controls. The units are in position. You can now close the crew management menu, sir. With the increased manpower in the navigation department, we can now reach maximum speed. Click the carrier speed icon and select full. Next, we must set our course. Open the tactical map and click our fleet. There is land between us and our destination, so we cannot travel as the crow flies. But we can plot a course of up to 3 waypoints by clicking on a series of points, ending with our destination. Right-click a waypoint to remove it.
Okay, so that was the first one. So the next one here.
Admiral, we have received information about an unidentified object some distance from here. I recommend that we carry out a reconnaissance mission. Click the island or press 3 on your keyboard to begin the preparations. An abyss view shows the island where you and your officers coordinate the ship's operations. Each room provides a facility called a switch for carrying out 3 functions. Each room switch can only be set to enable 1 function at a time. Set the switch in the meteorology room to add 1 times recon mission.
Okay. 1 times recon.
Click the Combat Information Center, CIC, to send an officer there. In this case, yourself, Admiral. An officer will be temporarily unavailable while moving between rooms. When you reach CIC, set the room switch to add 1 times identify target's mission. The function enabled by the switch in the meteorology room will remain active even when there is no officer in the room.
Okay.
Now we can find out more about the information we received by opening the tactical map menu. Here you can see the location of the unknown object, represented by a marker. Let's return to the carrier and prepare a mission to find out more about it. Next, we must enter the deck view. Click the deck of the carrier. Here you can prepare the aircraft for dispatching on missions. Click the plus icon and select dive bombers to position a squadron on the deck. You'll then see the planes being hauled onto the deck. Click the plus icon and position a second squadron of dive bombers, sir.
Kind of how they do it. They just push them back, but it's strange.
The missions currently available for execution are shown in the available section of the missions panel below. Hover over the highlighted recon icon and click the prepare button. Then click your chosen target of the recon mission and click a place on the map to set it as the recovery area, the place where you will pick up our returning planes. In this case, I suggest selecting our vessel's current location, sir. Click confirm to complete the plan.
Okay, confirm.
The preparations for the mission are complete, Admiral. You can now close the map.
I like tutorials that speak to you and using audio rather than having to read things. It's a nice touch.
We are ready to launch the mission. Hover over the highlighted recon icon in the ready section of the missions panel and click the launch icon. The airman will depart shortly.
Stand by to start engine.
That's cool. Watch how the plane kind of dies down a little bit as it's launched off the carrier, and it picks up just like a real plane would. Yeah, that's extra detail. That's pretty cool.
The mission has begun. You can observe its progress by opening the tactical map view star. To track the progress of a particular mission, hover the mouse cursor over the relevant icon in the missions panel below. Now we must wait for their mission report. As always, Admiral, you can speed up the passage of time by using the time speed controls. The reconnaissance mission report has been received, sir. It was merely a group of whales. No adversaries were found. We must now prepare the deck for the recovery of our returning aircraft. Please click Confirm to close the report, and then close the tactical map. Click the deck management icon above. As you can see, the deck is currently in the launching state. Click the recovery icon on the left of the panel to prepare the carrier for receiving our incoming aircraft. When aircraft returning from a mission are ready to land, the missions icon will appear in the recovery section of the panel below. Hover over the highlighted icon to open the panel, and then click the Recover button.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
The mission was completed successfully, sir. Click the deck management icon again and set the deck state back to launching to prepare for further missions.
Clear the flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
I like the radio chatter too. It's pretty cool.
We have received information regarding another potential target. Admiral, I'll run through the reconnaissance process again. Hover over the recon mission icon below, click the Prepare button, then set the mission's target and recovery area in the tactical map view, followed by clicking Confirm. Use the missions panel below to launch the mission. Later, set the deck state to recovery and recover the aircraft as before.
Okay, so we're supposed to do a recon again. Okay. Recon over here. I'm sure we'll find some enemies over there this time.
Start engines.
So you can't bring the map up so you can watch them. You just gotta wait for it to get done. Scouts have an enemy. Yep, I figured that. Okay. Oh, it's gonna be in recovery mode.
Stand by to recover aircraft.
This game reminds me of that Carrier deck game, I think it was called. I did a video on it on my channel. This is more in depth, but it reminds me a lot of that.
Our airmen discovered enemy vessels nearby. We need to determine the fleet's strength and makeup before engaging it in combat. First, open the deck management menu and change the state back to launching. An identified target's mission can then be prepared and launched in much the same way as a recon mission.
Okay, yeah, I'll go back to launching.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
But Carrier deck is more of an arcade style game where you're just bringing in extra targets and you gotta land and launch them and that kind of stuff. And you gotta do submarines and you got helicopters you can use and stuff. I don't think there's any helicopters in this game. But yeah, this one here is more in depth carrier management, but it's also not as much because of the fact that you don't have helicopters and whatnot. You don't have AWACS to send out and for recon and stuff. Okay, so prepare. So we're doing identified targets now. And I'm going to click over here and bring them back. I'm going to confirm. And then we're going to launch. We're already in launch state, right? No, we're in recovery. No, we're in launch state. Okay. Okay, never mind. Alright, we can start it now.
Start engine.
This gets more technical as it goes on because I've already played the demo, but I'm just going through it again just for the video. There's cards that you use to make up your different plans or strategies, and you'll see that later on. I don't particularly like that. The card system, I guess it's okay, but I'm not really sure why they added it to this, but okay. Alright, so we got destroyer and submarines. Okay, go back to recovery.
Clear the flight deck. A plane is approaching landing. Stand by to recover aircraft.
The mission report contained all the information we needed about the composition of the enemy fleet, sir. Now we know what we're up against. Enter the island view to begin preparations for combat. Click the Meteorology Room, Admiral. There, you can set the switch to add 1 times airstrike mission.
Airstrike, okay.
Now, you can use the deck management panel to set the deck to its launching state, sir.
Clear the flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
When there are no crew units assigned to the air department, we can only manage 3 squadrons on the deck, which is insufficient for an attack, of course. Let's open the crew management menu to allocate the staff we need.
Okay.
As we require 5 squadrons for the airstrike, we need to assign 2 crew units to the air department. Begin by dragging and dropping the first unit to a slot in the air department section. The unit is on its way, sir. Now you can assign another. We have the personnel we need for our strike. Let's return to the ship. Prepare an airstrike mission using the panel below, sir. Once you have selected our target, we can prepare our attack strategy. This is the menu for preparing our attack strategy, Admiral.
This is the
The
card
strategy
system.
comprises a set of 5 maneuvers, each represented by a card. There are 3 different types of maneuver: offensive, red; defensive, blue; and supportive, green. You can switch between these categories by clicking the tabs to the left of the cards. For this assault, sir, I recommend that we place the offensive maneuver, Anvil Attack, in slot number 1. Slot number 5 would be an ideal place for a defensive maneuver, Jinking. As we require more defense, I suggest allocating supportive maneuver Strike from the Sun to slot number 2.
Okay, so these are the cards I was talking about. So now it says here, the reason why he suggested putting this one in slot number 1 is because attack and defense of maneuver, say number 5, and we'll attack in slot 1, yeah. So put that here, and then it gets plus, so it gives you 11 to offense, 3 to defense. Now he's suggesting putting in this one here into number 5, I think he said, yeah. So as you can see, attack of maneuvers 1 and 5. So if you put this in slot 1 or 5, you're going to get 75% attack. And then we go to the supportive one. Eventually you'll have more cards in all these different categories. So attack of 1, maneuvers 1 and 2 are plus 4. So you put this in either 1 slot or slot 4, then you get plus number 1 or 4 or 2, you get plus 4. Okay, so we're here.
If you approve of my recommendations, Admiral, please click the confirm button. As always, we need to specify the recovery area where our airmen will wait for pickup. For the purposes of this mission, I suggest clicking the current location of our fleet.
Okay, so now this is going to give us 52 attack and 25 defense. So for this one we need 1 fighter aircraft, we need 1 dive bomber squadron, and we need 2 torpedo bomber. Okay, so now we're going to go back here and we're going to recover them back to the carrier.
Now click confirm, sir. Next, we need to return to the deck and prepare our squadrons for the mission. We already have the necessary dive bombers on deck. In addition, we need 3 more squadrons for this engagement: 1 of fighter aircraft and 2 of torpedo bombers. Once they are ready, the mission can be launched.
So we need 1 fighter and 2 torpedo.
Issue a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck. a torpedo bomber squadron on the deck.
So initially I thought, well, what happens if you put like the wrong, like say for example, you got these on here, but you do a mission that doesn't require those, and they're not going to be, you got this squadron in the way. How do you move the squadrons around? But actually, will one of these planes will go out to the side here, and then like say for example that I need this one here. These two are both torpedo. Let's say I'm just using a mission where I just need these planes right here, and maybe one of these. It'll take this one here, and then it'll move this plane over to the side over here, to let the ones in the back go by. Okay, so now we gotta do. So we're doing this one here. So we're gonna launch.
Launch aircraft.
Now we have to wait for the outcome of the attack. When the report comes in, you can click the play button to watch the events unfold. We must recover our planes upon their return. Remember to change the deck state to recovery so that they can land, sir.
Okay, so now it's a play button here. We gotta recover.
Respot the deck. Prepare for recovery. Stand by to recover aircraft.
Takes a bit to do all these.
We have been made aware of yet another target to reconnoiter, Admiral. I suggest that we launch a recon mission to determine what's there. Go to the island to set the appropriate switch, change the deck state to launching, and then launch the mission.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
Okay, so we can't do this one. So notice how It has a lock on it right here because we haven't done that. We haven't activated it. So we gotta go back to the island here. This is called the island. And then we gotta go back to recon. And now we can now it enables the recon one. Let's go back to the deck, free view, free camera. So we'll go recon, prepare, and let's see.
Start engine.
See how they are? They're moving over to the side like that. Let them go by. And you just back up. Base. Gotta recover.
Clear the flight deck. A plane is approaching landing. Stand by to recover aircraft.
The report states that it's an enemy base, sir. We must thoroughly identify the targets within the base before we can strike.
Okay. Let's go back to launch.
Clear the flight deck and prepare for takeoff.
Come on, hurry up. Launch it, okay.
Stand by to start engine.
Fast forward time again. Okay, so we got airstrip and large hangars. Okay.
Respot the deck. Prepare for recovery. Stand by to recover aircraft.
We have identified the composition of the base, so we can prepare an airstrike. In the strategy menu, you can see that the enemy has blocked one of our offensive maneuvers, so we must consider other options.
Okay, so now we gotta do, can't do that one yet, so we gotta go back to the, here, that's right, we gotta go back to here.
Respot the deck. Prepare for launching.
I have an idea, sir. Let's place jinking in slot number 1. As you can see from the description on the card, this maneuver boosts maneuvers in slots number 1 and number 5. I would then recommend placing the strike from the sun maneuver in slot number 3.
Okay, so jinking and number 1. That increases attack by 75%. And then he said to put in strike from the sun in slot 3.
Please note the summaries in the boxes below, sir. These provide information about the current configuration of our strategy, such as its outcome. As you can see, our current strategy will ensure the safe return of our pilots and the total destruction of the enemy base. If you approve, sir, please confirm the strategy and set the recovery area on the tactical map. The mission will then be ready to launch.
Okay.
Start engines.
Now we've just got to wait to recover our planes. There is a...
Okay, you can watch the auto coming in here.
Else I'd like to mention, Admiral, in this case, we were able to draw up a strategy to defeat the enemy with one airstrike. But this is not always possible. When organizing our strategy, we can select a particular target within a base or fleet, represented by a card shown on the right side of the strategy menu, to select it for attack. This way, we can destroy the targets one by one over a number of airstrikes.
Okay, recover the strike mission. Okay.
Clear the flight deck. A plane is approaching landing. Stand by to recover aircraft.
Alright, so that's going to do it for me on this one here. We'll do the next one later. I got other things I got to get done, so we're going to have to do the next one later. This video is getting kind of long already, so hope you guys enjoy this quick look at Aircraft Survival. Or Aircraft Carrier Survival. And this is a demo on Steam. If you guys like this game, you can go ahead and try it. Please like and subscribe to the video, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.